How's everyone doing today? It's CJ Halleck with CJHalleck.com, and I wanted to do a video series for a few months now to basically go over not necessarily a tutorial on Instagram, but basically I want to do a 30-day challenge where I want to show everything I do for 30 days on Instagram and see where I can take my profile. So basically put, if I come in here, I'm going to go ahead and go to Instagram.com and I'm going to pull up my profile so we can take a look at it. So as of right now, I'm getting pen and paper because I'm going to write this down while I go through this stuff. As of right now, I have 2,730 followers. So I have 2,730 followers. And it is 11:26 on the 12th of March. So basically, my plan is to go through and show engagement. I'm going to start with the first few days as showing you guys some of the tactics that a lot of people use to hack into, or not into, but hack the Instagram algorithm on how they try to, get their likes and this, that, and the other. I don't necessarily agree with a lot of this stuff, but I'm going to show some of it to you. I may describe some other things, but I'm just going to show you kind of so you can see the positives, go over the negatives, and then from there, that's probably what I'm going to be doing all day today. But from there moving forward, I'm going to just basically, instead of it being a screen capture on the PC, I'm going to actually go through and show the whole thing on my iPhone. So it'll be a screen capture of my iPhone, so you can literally watch me click for click, see what I'm doing, and get a better understanding of the proper way to use Instagram and how to grow your following. And I say that I don't have a lot of followers. I only have 2,700, but out of that 2,700, I've grown almost 1,000 followers in like the last 3 months. And most of that came in a 1 week spurt when I was, really engaged and everything else. I grew almost 1,000 followers in, I was averaging about 100 followers a day, which is a lot faster than what most people expect. When you talk to people who truly understand social media, you're not, unless you have a big thing coming up and you're like featured on TV or whatever, most of the time you don't grow that fast. But anyways, or you get shout out or whatever. But anyways, so I'm going to come in to a software that I did a video on before that is called Grambler. And basically I like Grambler for being able to post directly from my computer. As far as that's concerned, I do strongly suggest Grambler. I know you can do Hootsuite and post to your Instagram account with Hootsuite, and you can actually schedule with Hootsuite, which you can with Grambler, but Grambler has to be open. Your computer can't be asleep or screensaver can't be on, and I just really don't want to just keep this up and running, so that's why I don't use the schedule thing. But anyways, basically I'm going to go ahead and open up. I got a folder over on my other monitor I'm trying to find real quick. There we go. So it's got a couple different things that I would post. So basically, I'm going to start off with a, let's see, I'll do, this will work. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and upload this picture, and it's "Today I clear my mind, I make room for peaceful thoughts, they are an excellent companion." And this is, I bought this in a PLR pack years ago, but I just want to walk through the process and show you what happens when you use Grambler to basically buy fake likes. So we're going to test this. We're going to see how it goes. I hope I don't get my account blacklisted, but it's here. And like I said, I want to show you guys some things on what not to do. And so I'm going to go ahead with the caption. And you want to look at everything and kind of make sure that your captions are not just generic. There's a lot of people who will copy and paste the exact same hashtags into every post they put up. That is not good. You don't want to be, trying to bracket a small group of hashtags, because every single post should have some different hashtags in there based on what the post is. So I may actually come in here. I'm going to go hashtag affirmation of the day. And I'm going to put it in quotes and go, today I clear my mind, make room for, and I'm going to go hashtag peaceful, hashtag thoughts. And basically what I'm doing is I'm using the hashtags inside of what I'm writing, because you don't want it to look like, nothing but 500 hashtags. You want it to kind of feel like it goes together. So it flows smooth. I'm not forcing these hashtags in. These are words that are in the quote that's in the picture, so it makes sense to add them that way. And it makes it easier on the eye when people are looking at your description, especially when they're on the smaller phones. It's only so big, so you want to make sure that they're not straining their eyes looking through, a bunch of different hashtags all in one spot, until you get to the point to where you're listing the hashtags for the post, and we'll get to there in a second. But anyway, so they are, and I'm going to do hashtag excellent, and then hashtag companion. Let's see. And like I said, you want to try to think about what you're posting. I love this affirmation, and hashtag believe everyone should live their hashtag life based on this. Okay, so now that you have that done, which is just an actual caption for the image. You don't ever just want to put hashtags. So I have a caption for the image. The next thing I'm going to want to do is some basic hashtags down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually hit the period, and you can get the bullet. And I'm trying to remember what it is, but basically it's like a couple letters that you have to hit or whatever to make it type the bullet. But if you're on the phone, it's very easy, and we'll go into that probably tomorrow as we go through the next course. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead, and I'll probably it'll probably be late tomorrow when I finally get to it, because I got meetings all day tomorrow, so I probably won't be home till late. But anyway, so you put a couple bullets in, or periods, something to kind of space it down. And then this is where you're going to be putting in the other hashtags you want to use. Now you can go in and start typing hashtags that are in your field. Like I know if I do, hashtag self-help, hashtag motivation, hashtag thought of the day, hashtag motivational Monday. Right, so you may know a lot of keywords or hashtags, that you want to use, but if you're not sure, you can always come in to Google and put let's go trending hashtags. And then here, here's one short stack blog post. It's got 75 popular Instagram tags. You can look at these. Some people like going through stuff like this. I know and this is something else I'll have to show you guys, on the iPhone, there's an awesome app in the iTunes App Store called Hashtagger, which basically you go in, if you're in the I don't know, car sales, right? You may want to go in and do hashtag car sales, or car salesman, or, you know, women in cars, or whatever the hashtag is. And it will go through and pull relevant hashtags and suggest hashtags for you to use. But anyway, so I'm going to go through here, like for likes, smile, friends. So there's really nothing that I would necessarily say, maybe happy. And I'm going to just go ahead and copy that and bring it over to Grambler and put in hashtag happy. But you can, you know, there's a lot of different resources. Then you can go Twitter trending hashtags in the world right now. So National Napping Day, Monday Motivation. So there's another one. You know, I did Motivational Monday, but I can come back into Grambler and do Monday Motivation. Of course, you want to make sure you use the hashtags. And remember that they need to be together. If you put a space in between it, it'll only, you know, if I put a space right here, it would only register for hashtag Monday. So that wouldn't be what I wanted it to be. So we're going to keep going back through here and kind of look at some stuff. Hashtag Monday is a big one, so you may want to use hashtag Monday. So we're going to go ahead and come over here, and I'm going to do hashtag Monday. We're going to go back and take a look at some new ones. Okay, so that's what it's showing. We got most of those in there. And that's trending on Twitter, so you can look at, let's go, trending hashtags Instagram. And here's 150 of the most popular hashtags used on Instagram. So you can look and see, okay, this is for marketing. Instagram contests, restaurants, boutiques and retailers, musicians, most popular Instagram hashtags. Nothing there that I would use. You know, let's look, Insta love. So we're going to look flowers, Insta follow, design. You know, so you basically just want to go through, like, you know, I might use like Insta cool, right? So I'm going to go ahead and grab this. We're going to copy this, bring it back over into Grambler. All right, so basically I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. I'm not going to add any more. And you can continue to go through. I recommend most of the time you want to use somewhere around the ballpark of about 15 to 20 hashtags per post. And you see I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Right, so it's a decent amount. You don't want to just use 1 or 2 hashtags. You want to make sure you understand how the platform works. Utilize the hashtags for the discovery purpose of them. So anyway, so I got that done. I'm going to go ahead and click send. Let's see, do I want to tag? If you wanted to tag, like, I could probably come in here. Let's go affirmations. All right, so we're going to look and see 151 positive affirmations. So I may want, let's say I want to tag them, right? And I can tag them. We'll just click here, and then automatically, you know, if their face was here, if it was an actual picture, that's how you would tag inside of Grambler. So anyways, I'm going to click send. This is going to go ahead and publish the post. Now, if I'm not going to go deep into how Grambler works, I did a video exclusively on how to use Grambler. Be sure to check that out on my YouTube channel. But I'm going to go ahead and do a couple things. First thing, I'm going to go ahead and click yes, so we get our picture featured. And then this is basically, you know, I have coins. Coins can be used to get other Grambler users to view and like your photo. Some of it's automated. Some of it happens automatically. I'm going to get crazy for a second, and I'm going to always want to make sure you click I want likes from users near me. It does take a little bit more time for all of them to come through, but that makes sure that for the most part, you're not getting likes from people, you know, halfway around the world. You're actually getting likes from people inside of your country. You know, and that means a lot, especially depending on what you're building your brand for. You know, you don't want to be a business that's dominantly 100% everything you do is in the United States, and then the majority of your likes coming from like Pakistan or something like that. So, but anyways, And you see here, we have the ratio is 100 coins per like. And what it does is it basically features it over on this other tab on the front page until you get those likes. Or it fits under, if someone has it set where they want to, let's say, I don't know, automatically like the hashtag motivation, right? Or if they want their whatever, they can set that up, and then will automatically get those likes. So, but anyways, I'm going to go ahead and use all my coins. I just want to show you what this does so we can test this out, test the waters, and see where I'm at, which is 2,730 followers, just by having one image that gets in the top 9 for a couple hashtags, which I'm sure this would do it. 891. So let's back that up. Okay, there we go. So based on that, I'm going to have one coin left. I'm cool with that. And it's going to give me 8,000 likes. And like I said, I'm going to show you guys a lot of stuff. I don't recommend that you do this. This is not something, because this is, like I said, a lot of this is automated. 90% of the likes you're going to get from this post, if you do this, are going to be automated likes. You may not get any comments. So when you get someone who, especially, I know a lot of people, there's a couple guys here locally that do this, that are pushing that they're social media consultants, and when you go to their Instagram account, they have a buttload of Instagram followers. Like one of them has, like, I think 18,000 Instagram followers. He gets 2,000 to 3,000 likes per post, but he never has comments. And a lot of the posts he puts up, he's asking questions in the description. There's questions in the actual post itself. So it's something where I know it's all 100% automated, and he's probably using something like Grambler, or he's using something like getting a gig off of Fiverr, where he's paying someone else to go out and try to drive likes to his account. But that being said, that's what this is. I'm being upfront with you guys. Don't go to this post and think I crushed it because I had 7,000 likes. I just want to show you what it does. And you see, I've not used it. I got, basically I have like some of my personal hashtags that I use that are set up to auto-like, which is where this has come from. And I've not used this in forever. So, well, since that last post I did, last video on Grambler. So you can see I got quite a bit. So, but anyways, we're going to go ahead and click add likes. We're going to take a look and see how this works, how fast it works. I kind of wish I had my phone plugged in to record what is about to happen on my phone, because it's going to get ridiculous. And it will. Like, you don't want to have notifications turned on when people like your post and do this at the same time. My phone is not going to be usable for the next hour. I almost guarantee it. But that being said, so we've done that. I'm going to go ahead and close this down. We're going to come over to Instagram, and I'm going to refresh the page just so you guys can see where we're at. Okay, so we got 28 likes on this post so far. 35 likes. All right, let's refresh. 45. Refresh. 52. Refresh. 61. So you see, it'll blow it up, and I only had 46 plays total on this one. This one had 377. I think this is the post I put up, and I had 17 comments, which is some decent engagement based on likes. And I don't think I've looked through this yet. So I've replied to a few. There's been quite a few of other comments there. But you'll see, you want to make sure, and I've not gone through and engaged here in a while. So like I said, all this stuff I'm going to go through. We're going to go through and engage. I'm going to show you how I engage with people, all that stuff. So let's look at this now. Got 198 likes. We can refresh. So we were at 198, 202, and it's just going to continue to go up. But anyways, so that's one of the things, one of the tactics that a lot of people will try to sell. I also want to show you another one, which is a little small hack. It doesn't necessarily guaranteed to work, but it is something some people will use. It's not necessarily against the policies, but it is somewhat frowned upon in the marketing community because it's not building an actual following that will engage with you. And what that is basically you go to, a lot of the stuff I put up, let me back out here, is motivational, right? I got quotes, this is, I think this was a thing on my self-publication tutorial I did on YouTube, but it's mostly quotes and just, like I got song of the day, affirmations, like it's all positive stuff, right? Which there's going to be some different content than that coming forward, but basically I know people who would go through my stuff, whether it's my web design tutorial or buying my books, going through the Got Hush book line, or buying the Stay Boosted shirts, or whatever the case may be. I know without a shadow of a doubt that every single one of those people are following specific people online. I know they're following Gary Vee, they're following Eric Thomas, they're following Tim Ferriss. So I know where my target market is. So one of the things, and this works, but like I said, you're not really getting the followers you want. So, and that's basically going through, and I tested this a couple months ago. Was able to get about 150 followers in one day by doing this. And like I said, I've tested everything. If someone says it works, I'll test it, and then I'll look at the market and look at my analytics and try to split test and see what the benefits of doing it is. And basically what this does, so let's say Inc. magazine. It's known by entrepreneurs. It's targeted for entrepreneurs. Most people who follow Inc. magazine are probably entrepreneurs. So sometimes people will go to profiles, and I'm going to go ahead and just click on 8 magazine, and they'll go to the profiles and they'll say, there's 293,000 followers. These are people who actually follow Inc. magazine. So they'll come in here and they'll see Diana here, Hustle Harder, coming down, and they'll look at these people and they're like, okay, so they may come in here trying to think about the old school. I don't know if you remember back in the day, in the early Twitter days, which people still do it now, but whatever. But they would do the follow back, right? They would follow a lot of people, wait 5 or 6 days, and then anyone who didn't follow them back, they would go through and unfollow. It's not a great choice, but what this is how they get those people. They'd come through here at the top and they'd start following people, right? So and sometimes they do it because it's a brand new account, and then they end up sticking with people. If your content is good enough and you feel like you can stand out, and put out content equal to an Inc. magazine or a Gary Vaynerchuk, this is something you may want to test. But I will tell you it is frowned upon. I wouldn't recommend it. And that is basically you come in and you unfollow. So I've unfollowed Inc. magazine and I've followed again, right? So what that's done, if I refresh, and I don't know if it'll show up because it's so what that's done is that put me at the top of their list. So now anytime anyone comes in here to get followers, automatically, boom, I'm right there. So that's something you may see a growth with this, you may not. Like I said, I split test everything, and I'm only showing you things today in this video that I recommend not doing. So anyways, so that's, the other little thing, and then the main thing, like I said, I wanted to cover today, and I already have 1,100 right here. And it's like 30 likes in 5 seconds. Is just getting this up and seeing where it goes. I can come in here, we can look at this, we got all the likes. Of course it says now, 2 seconds ago, 3 seconds ago, and that's all it shows. So it's maxed out in the last 6 seconds with all of the notifications. But if we go ahead and hit refresh again, you'll notice, make sure I wrote it down. Yeah, so I've gained 1 follower in the last probably, 20 minutes. So that's something, like I said, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But anytime that you're doing stuff where you're automating your process, you're buying fake stuff, you're going to see a growth. But I will tell you, if you continue to watch the account, and if I stopped what I was doing, I may grow up to about, I don't know, 2,750 without touching another thing for the rest of the day. But by this time tomorrow, it'll probably be down to about 26 or 2,500, because people will see your posts, and if they look at this post, and this is what I was talking about earlier, I have 1,382 likes, 0 comments. So that's something where you need to keep that in mind, because if you're not getting comments, especially like if you're buying likes, you're not getting comments with the likes. Let's just be honest. But if you are posting and you get that many likes and no comments, and you're posting it traditionally and you're not buying your likes, then you need to, you need to go through and relook at your content, look at your description, and start dissecting and reverse engineering why you're not getting comments. I can tell you one of the main reasons why I didn't get a comment is I didn't give them a reason to comment. So the only reason they would comment is, I like this, or this is awesome, or great affirmation, or a thumbs up, or something like that. Where if I would have came in here to the description and said, what's your favorite affirmation? ? Then I start getting people leaving their favorite affirmation. I will not do that, because I have found, just a little side note for you guys who are listening. Sorry, I had to get a drink of coffee. If you go in and edit your description after you have put up the post, you can do it. They say there's no penalty against it, but I have split tested it. I have found, at least over the last 6 months or so, that once you go in and you edit the description, it kind of kills the points that post has as far as ranking in the algorithm. So, and that's where you want to make sure anything you're ready to post, you want to make sure it's there exclusively, ready to go, and you don't have any misspellings or anything like that. Which is why I like doing this more on my phone, because you have autocorrect and it will tell you when stuff is wrong. But that being said, that's basically it that I can show you on the computer. Of course, I can show you, you can come in and do a search. Let's say if I wanted to do, which I got to show you. Okay, yeah. So if I wanted to do motivation Monday, right? I'm going to type that in. I'm going to click on the hashtag, and then it's time to engage in the top posts. And this is the downside with motivation is a lot of this is going to come with fitness videos and stuff like that, which is fine. But I know that's not necessarily what I want to go for. But I know I can go like, you only fail if you quit. Like, I love that, right? So I might come in here. I'll like the post. I'll go to comment. And I'll put facts. Love the quote. I'll just put, but dude looks like the hashtag CrossFit workout, and I'll do hashtag workout. Killed it. All right, so basically that's just me going and engaging, right? I don't do a lot of this on the computer because I do really like using emojis, especially on Instagram because it's part of the platform. But you can come through and just continue to look every single time you see something. You want to make sure it's not stuff that's garbage. Versus instead of second, it's somebody else. All right, so that's a great one, right? So I can come in here. I'll like the post. I'll comment. I'm bald, so the hashtag, we'll do hashtag studio for hashtag hair. Won't help me, but ... This quote is amazing, right? And I can come in here and, we can come in and put in hashtags, not dollar signs. All right, I'm going to do hashtag bald. Okay, so I can do that, whatever. You can engage, but like I said, I'm when it comes to doing this stuff, I'd rather do it within the app itself on the phone. It allows you, like, for instance, if there were other quotes on here, you can go in and engage with not quotes, but comments. You can go in and and engage with the actual comments themselves and reply, where it automatically, you reply to Janet St. Paul, and boom, all of a sudden you get the at Janet St. Paul. That way you're not actually, having to type that in every time, which you would have to on the computer. So, but that being said, one last thing I wanted to go over, and that was just for those of you who don't really understand how hashtags work. Once they're in a post like this, they're now indexed to fit in the top posts or the most recent posts or stuff like that. So if we come in here, I'm going to do companion because I think that one would be a little less competitive. And I say that, and there's already quite a few ahead of me. But you have most recent here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 posts ahead of mine, right? And you see here it's got 2,242. And sometimes it takes a little bit, but let's go, if we do love, you can come here and look at this. And the goal is to get in these top 9 sections, which is the top post section. If you can get in that top post section, that's when the comments and the massive engagement comes. And that's the only reason why I'm okay with doing this once, just to show you guys how that works. It's a system, like, you can do this with every post. Like, you can go in, just being honest, like, you can come in through Grambler, and it's still deducting, so it's still adding likes. But you can come in here and click buy more, and through PayPal, you can buy coins. So, I mean, if you wanted to, you can, boom, spend $6,000 and get what? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You can get 1 million likes on your post. It just costs you $6,000, right? I would not recommend that at all, and I don't recommend you paying for likes. This is just built up over time. I have the you can get add likes, no, buy more, no, gain followers. Right here, this is where you see, like, inspirational quotes, Gary V, 60-second club, entrepreneurship. Like, I have different things that'll auto like, which I'm going to go ahead and turn that off since I'm doing all this. I don't want it to interrupt the case studies. So that way all the automation is turned off. And I'm going to go ahead and exit this out. I don't need that no more. But like I said, people do this, or they'll sponsor their posts, and they'll pay for their post to be sponsored for, like, the first 2 hours it's up, just to try to get a bunch of engagement to get to that top spot. And it helps, but sometimes it doesn't, and then you're looking at stuff like this where we're scrolling, still haven't hit my post, and it's been 15, 20 minutes, maybe longer. I don't know. I'm not looking at the clock, but you keep looking and I'm still not here. Right. But if you open this up, this was posted. Well, no, this is August 23rd. So for some reason, I don't know why I'm not showing up here. And I may have been blacklisted for buying them likes. Who knows? But that's just something you need to keep in mind. That being said, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video, at least for now. I may go ahead and do a couple on my phone here in a little bit on the engagement side, but it's 12 o'clock. I don't know if you heard, but my stomach is telling me to get off of here and go put some food in my belly. So, not to mention, I think my blood sugar is dropping, so I got to go. But thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me a message. You can DM me on Instagram or Twitter at CJ Halleck, or you can email me, cj@cjhalleck.com. Just be sure to add in the subject line who you are, where just, hey, I listened to you on the Twitter or the Instagram challenge, thought I'd reach out. I got a couple questions. Can you help me? Or something like that. Just make sure it's in the subject line so I can hear it when I'm rolling through stuff on Siri and I don't accidentally throw you in the junk file. Other than that, be great. Stay boosted. Have an amazing day. And we'll holler at you guys later. Take care.